Hey guys, what it do? It's your boy Supreme Uchiha the God. Now, One Piece has always been a story about freedom versus control, about inherited will versus imposed history, and as the final saga accelerates, we're beginning to see that the conflict at the heart of the series is probably much louder than pirates, marines, or even the world government itself. The deeper truth of One Piece may be this: the world itself, including the Red Line, the Grand Line, and the seas that divide it, is a lie. By a lie, I mean a fabricated structure, like a cage. Remember, Doflamingo's power birdcage. Remember where Shanks was supposedly found in God Valley, right? So the cage. Think about the cage a lot, right? There's a lot of kind of, even Kuma. He's caged, right? Forced to work for the world government in order to protect Bonnie, right? At the center of this cage is not just a corrupt government, but a single eternal king, Emu, the undying ruler whose presence predates even the Void Century. And we saw the images in Elbaf showing that he might have been against even Ryuma himself. Emu's not merely a monarch behind the throne. He's the architect of reality as the people of the world know it. The seas, the weather, the very geography of the planet may be the results of ancient, deliberate design. And the true aim of Joy Boy and the ancient kingdom was to tear down that first world and rebuild it as it was meant to be. We know that ancient kingdom was powerful. We know that technologically advanced. Like we saw that robot in Egghead. Like that shit was built different. It had Joe Boy's hacky in it. It was crazy. And of course, they were deeply feared. The 20 kings who formed the world government deemed them too dangerous, so dangerous enough to unite and erase them. But why? If they were just a rival power, what made them different from any other nation? What required a complete rewriting of history and invention of an entire void century? Right? The answer may lie in the shape of the world itself. Consider the Grand Line and the Red Line. Why is the world split in such a perfectly unnatural way? Why is the sea divided into four disconnected quadrants? The west, east, north, and south blue, with only a single dangerous route connecting them. Why are the currents and the weather so chaotic and unpredictable? Except, of course, in a place like Marijoa, right? The one stable location on top of the Red Line. What if the ancient kingdom sought to destroy the Red Line and unify the seas in one, right? Remember, we've seen these ancient weapons obliterating islands. What if the Grand Line is not natural but the result of technology or climate control, an artificial belt around the world used to isolate and control the flow of people, ideas, and resources? What better way do you have to control information and everything else if you make it so difficult to get from one area to the next, right? In that context, One Piece is not a treasure at all, perhaps. It's the lost truth of the world, or even a technology or force capable of tearing that structure and returning the planet to its original unified states. And it requires Luffy's fruit to activate. That's why Gold Roger was too early, and he didn't have the proof, in the booster. He didn't have the fruit. Emu's not a king. He seems to be a constant, a being who has lived since the Void Century and probably before that. Whether true immortality, granted by the OP no Mi's perpetual youth surgery, or some other unnatural method, Emu has existed long enough to remember Joy Boy and hate him. He even has Joy Boy's hat in his garden area. Yet no record of Emu exists. His name is unknown to the world. He controlled the world's highest authority, the five elders, who are old and powerful but still defer to him entirely. Why does a world ruled by kings and marines hide its true ruler? Because Emu's goal is not governance, it's stasis. Emu's world is not built for freedom, it's built to prevent it. Everything we know, the suppression of knowledge, the destruction of islands like O'Hara and Lulusia, the control of the news and information, even the pacification of the seas, points to a world carefully maintained to keep people docile, fractured, and ignorant. In contrast, Joy Boy wasn't a revolutionary or a laughing idiot. He was an existential threat. He represented the force of change, of unification, of a herited will passed down through the ages. He likely allied with the Sea Kings, the fishermen, and the ancient tribes like the Lunarians and the Shandians, those who were outcast or persecuted in the world Emu helped create. But Joy Boy failed. Something happened at the climax of the Void Century that stopped him from fulfilling his promise. He left behind the poneglyphs not just as a historical record, but as keys, instruction, messages to the one who would carry his will. The next Joy Boy, the promised hero. That's why Roger laughed. He realized he was too early. Like, damn, I went through all this goddamn journey, found the poneglyphs, did all of this shit, and I can't even be there for the battle. I can't be there for the war. Joy Boy wasn't just a symbol, but a specific role in a cosmic cycle, one that Luffy has now inherited with the awakening of the Hito no Mi, model Nika. Maybe Emu and Joy Boy, well, we know that devil fruits are created by you know, people's wishes and dreams, hopes and dreams, right? And something must have caused the birth of the Hito no Mi. A cry for Nika, a cry for freedom. If this theory holds true, then One Piece is not just gold or history, or even just a devil fruit. It's a mechanism, a final key that when used at the right place, Raftel, the unraveling of the world will occur. And maybe the red line will be destroyed, distorted, the seas reunited, the grand line collapsed, or it will expose how to do it. We do know that the One Piece will be extremely interesting, because whoever gets the One Piece and can activate it might be more than the king of the seas. They'll be the liberator of the world. But let me know what you guys think. I know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. It's me, boy, Spring Shit to God. I'm out.